Hello! Crow, our new death monk, Gideon Ruskin, and I, Skank McGank, came at the request of a nearby lord to investigate the lack of food imports from the hunting village of Helmswater. Some said the town had been haunted, others cursed. There were reports of demons, people drowning themselves in local wells, and a kind of sickness that had come over the place. After some investigation, it became clear that someone was poisoning the villagers. In system terms, they were taking wisdom damage until they eventually fell into a coma and then starved to death. As we talked to some of the remaining villagers, we noticed a lizard man on the edge of town holding a blowgun. He wasn't very well hidden, but the townspeople didn't seem to notice him at all. And when we asked about it, they started talking about some lizard people who lived in a nearby swamp. I was raised by lizard people, so was inclined to get their side of the story. We went to the swamp and talked to their high priestess, who immediately hired us to get rid of the villagers who had been overhunting the area. An easy task. We knew humans worship Pelor in this area, and so used the oldest trick in the book. Waltzed into town with a song in our hearts and a dream in our pockets, and cast 2 spells. Welcome to the 17th episode of the animated spellbook and the last episode of season 2. Illusions. First, I cast minor illusion. I don't have time to go into all of its aspects, but in this case, I used it to create a sound. That of a booming voice. Then, I cast silent image, a concentration spell which creates an image of whatever you want as long as it fits into a 15-foot cube and stays within 60 feet of your character. You can use it for a ton of stuff, creating cover, framing people for murder, a storytelling aid, fireworks, covering traps, I mean, you name it. As long as it stays within 60 feet of you and doesn't, make any sound because it's silent. And you can use an action to animate it, which is just what I did. So, as Pelor rattled off in the background, a 15-foot tall, stern figure appeared and began to animate along with the sound. If I'm honest, I kind of phoned it in, since I knew they were all sort of in a fugue state.
It is my will that you leave your possessions and go to the fortress family size to offer your services at a reasonable rate. This is the will of Pelor, me, your god.
The villagers were all pretty much either unconscious or convinced, and so they set off on a 3-day journey to be cheap labor at our rad base. Now we have guards and a few jockeys for our pony races. We basically also got paid 3 times, which is pretty awesome. I'll see you in the next animated spellbook where I detail God knows what. We'll see. Bye! There's some additional stuff about both of these spells. Check the links in the description.